Hello, and this is my group's guide to copyright and fair use for teachers. This is by Maya de la Cruz, Edith Cervantes, me, Lilian Cortez, Janelli de la Cruz, and Michael Diaz. What is copyright? Copyright is a law that gives the original creator the right to the original content. This law gives the original creator protection to their content. In other words, copyright is the protection of creators or groups' work. The law allows the creator the right to reproduce the content and make money out of the copies. The UTRGV professional dispositions that helped us understand copyright. There are two UTRGV character traits and dispositions that help us as future educators understand the following copyright laws and policies. These dispositions are number 19, demonstrates understanding of and compliance with laws and policies. The federal government gives us laws and policies for copyright, and educators need to know how to avoid copyright violations. Number 21, demonstrates academic honesty and professional integrity. We demonstrate this by not cheating and giving credit where credit is due in assignments, and in assignments, essays, or videos. The image shows us the UTRGV College of Education P16 Integration Professional Dispositions. Under ethical practices, we can see the two UTRGV character traits and professional dispositions that help us understand copyright. Why is copyright important? Copyright is important because it helps to protect the value of an author's academic work by allowing the original creator to prevent it from being used without permission or acknowledgement. Because copyright is more than what people realize, it's critical to evaluate the reasons why people should retain it as top priority. How teachers can follow copyright rules. Teachers can follow copyright rules by using materials that are not copyrighted or under public domain, use openly licensed materials, buying or asking for permissions to use materials or images, citing an image, material, or video they use, and in some cases, teachers and students can use certain images and snippets if cited and for educational purposes. In some cases, when it comes to teachers using copyrighted items, there is an act that is placed called the Teach Act. This gives U.S. educational institutions the right under certain circumstances to use copyrighted materials to organize instructional activities that are not in the face-to-face settings. Examples of not following copyright: recording a film in the movie theater and sharing it with others. Posting a YouTube video with songs that are copyrighted. Use a copyright image and putting it on a website and taking credit for it. Downloading music online illegally. This is why YouTube would usually look through your video before posting it, because they want to see, they hear any music that may not belong to you, or they see images that you did not cite for use. Consequences of not following copyright rules. Using copyrighted material without permission or without following the proper steps can result in civil penalties. This is when the creator or owner of the work can file civil lawsuits for infringement and or damages. Criminal penalties. This is when a court can put a criminal charge on someone for using copyrighted materials. And reputational consequences. That was a tongue twister, I'm sorry. Copywriting can affect your reputation, as people will now see that, let's see, that does not, oh, sorry. Copywriting can affect your reputation, as people will see that you did not cite the correct source, what makes you not a person to trust. How to explain to students about copyright. First, you want to start by giving students the definition of copyright and provide some examples for them. Once you provide the definition and examples, ask the students for their own examples of copyright so the teacher can see whether or not they understand it. It's important to make sure you're explaining copyright, you talk to students age appropriately. Copyright is very serious and important topic because there will be serious consequences if not used correctly. That's why with younger students, we use vocabulary they would understand, and show them when we do PowerPoints and stuff like this, that we have the cited material at the end. And for students, older students, they do this when they write essays, PowerPoints, or do videos, they cite their sources. How to get credit on something that is copyrighted. When using somebody else's work or images, it's illegal and ethically important to, oh wait, sorry. It's legally and ethically important to give copyright credit. Number one, identify the owner. You can usually find the copyright owner after after the copyright symbol. This is the person you get credit. If you can't find the original owner, contact someone within the work and ask for copyright information. Number two, get appropriate permission. Get in contact with the owner. Make sure to state exactly what you're uh, using the copyright material for. Request via email or mail so you have a written response in case of future problems. This is just so you can have proof that you did ask and you do have permission. Number three, please copyright notice. Write a copyright notice on the copyrighted material you use. If you're using a movie clip, note at the end of the clip the copyright owner and used with permission. If you got permission from the owner, note the owner and that the material is being used with permission. This shows us a recipe from an online source, and then it shows us an example of how they're giving credit. How can teachers copyright their work? The teachers can copyright their work by doing these steps. By one, create your work. In the US, as soon as a copyright is created, you have legal rights for the copyright. Number two, get arrangement with the independent contractor. Number three, label a copyright notice on your work. You should include the copyright symbol, year work was published, and author's name. Number four, register your work. Although not required by law, it's a good idea to register with the US Copyright Office. What we learned from the course to help further understand copyright. Through this course, we learned different professional dispositions, each targeting specific areas, in this case for copyright. Reason, we learned that we need to give credit where it is due and select documents and images that don't violate copyright regulations. We use external resources, we cite each one. And these are us citing our sources. And that is it. Thank you.